This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by the National Campaign Against Drunk Driving. Welcome back to another episode of Ask the Buffalo. I'm your host, John Wrench, and this is the show where you can ask me any question you've got from the wide, ever-expanding world of technology. You can ask me personal questions, tech questions, anything you want. Up this week, we're going to talk a little bit about Techno Buffalo, some personal stuff, and we're going to talk about what my favorite phones of 2012 were. This is Ask the Buffalo. Let's go ahead and get started. 2012 brought what seemed like a new smartphone or tablet every other day. We'd have a new version of a phone, then the Max version, then the HD version. We'd have tablets would come out, iPads, and then the Max B-Pad versions of them would come out. Everything was coming fast and furious. Aiden Chalmers 3 asked, John, what have been your favorite smartphones of 2012? Certainly there were quite a few. My number one favorite, these are in no particular order, is the Galaxy Note 2. I love the original Galaxy Note, and this one just upped its game. 5.5-inch screen, it had a 720p display, it had a quad-core processor, blazing fast Android 4.1, the iPhone 5, and these again, no particular order, would be up there as well. I love the build quality, the larger screen, finally have LTE on board, and the phone feels incredibly light. I really wanted to throw the Lumia 920 in there or the HTC 8X, but I had faults with them that didn't really make them the full well-rounded package of other smartphones. If I was going to throw one more in there, it would be a tie between the HTC One X Plus or the Galaxy S3. So hopefully that helped answer your question. So the next question is one that I've gotten quite a bit over the past couple months. It comes from Garamot Oberoy. What happened to John Q's What's the Apps? Seriously missing them. Has he left Techno Buffalo? No, John Q has not left Techno Buffalo at all. If anything, he is way more involved. Those of you that don't know or are new viewers, John Quach used to host a show called What's the Apps, where he'd feature one of the best applications from the smartphone or tablet world. John said, hey, John R., I'd like to do some more work behind the scenes. So I stepped in, I replaced What's the Apps with Rettinger's Rants. John Quach, though, does all the editing for those Revision 3 videos. He's the brain behind the new redesigned Techno Buffalo 3.0. If you see something that looks good on the site, chances are John Quach had his hands on it or in it. He does a ton of stuff for us, including editing all these videos. So say hi, John Quach. So this one's a bit on the personal side. It comes from A. William J, who asked, John, are you married? If so, how many kids do you have? Well, I am absolutely happily married for about 2.5 years now. I do not have any kids, at least not yet, but I do have a puppy. Her name is Lucy. You might see her show up in some of the videos. So hopefully that helps. Answer your questions. At Hinataja asks, what is rooting? Why do people do it? What benefits does it have compared to stock Android phones? Well, that's a very good question. If you're familiar with iOS devices, for example, similar to jailbreaking, what rooting does is it gives you access to the core of the phone. Android is open source, and with that brings a lot of really cool things. Most people root to be able to put on custom ROMs, and what that essentially means are custom operating systems. So folks that get a skinned phone, like something with Sense on it or TouchWiz, might want a root to put on stock Android, what you might find on a Nexus device. They may want a root to put on a ROM that's been tweaked or customized. Maybe it's some features that were missing on their phone they want to be included. I know before Android 4.1, one of the big features of rooting was able to do full automated backups and get quick settings in your pull-down menu. Now, rooting's not for everybody. If you're not so technically inclined, stay far away from it. But if you do like to tweak and tinker and make your phone really yours, Android phones and rooting is a great way to go. I've done some rooting in the past. The Galaxy S3 I put on to stock ROMs. Some of the most popular stock ROMs you might have heard of from the Cyanogen mod teams. You may have heard of Cyanogen Mod 9 and 10, and usually they bring the latest version of Android to multiple phones. So hopefully that'll answer your question. So oftentimes on these videos, I thank friends and sponsors that put out great software or have a great application. This time though, I've got a really important message that I want to share with you. So I'll take a break from answering the questions to tell you a little bit about what's gonna be happening on New Year's and for the rest of your life. So oftentimes these videos, I'll thank sponsors who have a great application or product. This time though, I really want to thank and bring your attention to something that's really important. Don't drink and drive, especially with New Year's coming up. The police will be out in force nationwide from now until New Year's Day in a nationwide effort to crack down on impaired driving. Young adults are among the greatest at risk for drunk driving. Don't put yourself and others in danger, risk the terrible legal repercussions. Drive sober or get pulled over. Really, don't be dumb, don't be an idiot, don't get anywhere near a car if you've had anything to drink. Not only are you risking your own life, you're putting the lives of others in danger. Even if you think you're fine, hey, no worries, only had a couple beers, don't do it. It is never, ever worth it. Even if you make it home and you're okay, it doesn't mean you're gonna happen the next time. Do not take the chance. It is never, ever, ever worth it. Call a cab, call a friend, call your parents, get home any other way you can than getting behind the wheel. If you've been drinking, they are looking for you. Do yourself a favor, don't ruin the holidays for yourself, your family, or some innocent victim. Again, guys, drive sober or get pulled over. Really important message. So thank you guys for watching another episode of Ask the Buffalo. I am again your host, John Rettinger. Be sure to check us out at technobuffalo.com for the latest and greatest tech news. See you guys next video.